1200 metres then for race number 7, the last of the Class 4 races. We've got a debutant in the field as well for John Size, but the field is headed by Stock Legends on a hat-trick. Francis Lloyd Joe Mara, barrier 12 for him. Whiskey Neat, well, he completed a hat-trick of second places last time out behind Moment of Power Telecom Rocket. Just one win to his name. It was 1600 metres at Shartin. The debutant is Cheeky Prawn. John Size trains. Carrots taking a ride in from barrier number 5. Silvery Warrior was a good run on debut at Shartin, finishing 4th at over 70 to 1. Apex Top should probably roll forward from barrier number 7, although he is dropping in trip. And Universal Crown, gear change for him. Tongue tie off, cheek pieces go on for Douglas White and Keith Young from barrier number 3. California Levy is the only one of these. Mark has been up at Chung Farm in the last 30 days. He's still looking for his first win at start number 12.
And Whiskey Neat's looking for his first win at start number 20 in Hong Kong. Andrew, he's going to lead to try and hold off Stock Legend to do it. He's drawn the outside gate, but should be able to get across outside of Whiskey Neat. Athena has raced well from that spot before. Cheeky Prawn on debut off the back of 9 trials, lines of 3, Inno Legend, Telecom Rocket from wide draws, Romantic Trove, Universal Crown and California Levy and Apex Top. They're the last two, Paul.
Stock Legends looked good at winning his last couple, and he should get his opportunity once again. He's drawn wide, he's got to carry the big weight, but he's going nicely enough, and Joe Moreira's done a lot of work with this horse and obviously did ride him last time as well, Stock Legends, so no issues if you like the favourite. Whiskey Neat, like, he's been running well. He's second at his last 3, just can't seem to break through. He's meeting another strong one here in Stock Legends. So Alfred Chan aboard for this work, and he's also going to ride him on race day, so he will get that weight pull. I thought Apex Top galloped nicely here. Chad Schofield's mount as well. He's stretched out nicely enough here, and Apex Top was a recent winner back at Shartin back in November as well.
OK, all right. Well, we'll start off with our favourite here, Stock Legends. Smart win. We're missing the break 2 starts back. Very professional, though, last time out, as we caught up with his jockey, Joe Moreira, to find out more.
Joe, Stock Legend, that looked like a pretty straightforward win with you on board him last time out.
He kind of surprised me as the way as he won. I would say I didn't really have to touch him. He was ready, he was feeling good in himself, and he delivers. So I couldn't ask for much more than that.
He's obviously not the most straightforward horse. We saw what he did when he won 2 starts ago, how he blew the start but was still able to win. Have you done a bit of work with him in the mornings to try to rectify those issues, particularly at the trials and the gates with him?
I actually have done a lot of work on him. I mean, Francis asked me to help. I was more than happy to sit on that horse because he proves to be quite a good horse, I would say. I would describe him as a good horse. He was just doing a few things wrong, in particular at the start when he jumped out and ducked towards the outside. But actually, me being working with him, it's pretty good because I understand what kind of horse I'm going to ride at the races, you know, so I know what to expect. And to be honest, lately he hasn't been doing anything wrong. He actually indicates that he might do, but we kind of correct him and put him on the right direction. He actually is responding very well. We've done another piece of work with him the other day at the stall gates, and I mean 2 days ago, and he actually responded very well. I mean, if he does bring such a kind of responses that he's been showing to us to the races, I think he's gonna do everything straightforward again.
What about the draw for Wednesday night? That doesn't look straightforward.
It doesn't, but you know, so that's the system. We have to pull up with that. Even if the gate's not helping us very much, I still believe he's good enough to win the race. It's of course, I do respect some other horses in the field, but the way how he did win it last time, that gives me plenty of confidence to go into the race, even getting the outside gate, believing that we got good winning chance.
And that was Ed speaking with Joe. Barrier 12 is the barrier they referred to, Mark. But relatively speaking, I know this is Class 4, but he looks pretty smart for a Class 4 horse.
He does, and everything Joe has said there is enough to have him on top, Paul, and no reason to change the on-top selection after that conversation.
He's drawn wide, but he's like a versatile horse, isn't he? When he missed the start, he obviously had to come from the back, and then next start he's posied up a lot closer. So he is versatile in that respect. So I don't think the draw is going to be a massive problem.
OK, is this horse one of his main rivals, though? Whiskey Neat with that apprentice claim, Paul. And Telecom Rocket, what are his chances?
Yeah, look, at Whiskey Neat, if he gets the break on Stock Legend, that'll be the key. They'll be trying to keep the pace on. He does sit right on the pace. I thought it was a good run. Telecom Rocket wasn't a bad run from him, but of the two, it's the horse I've got in has been Whiskey Neat.
Yeah, barrier number 11 is going to make it hard for Telecom Rocket. He's just so consistent, but even allowing for his consistency in this field, he's going to have a lot of luck.
All right, so Romantic Trove, lightly raced, just the 4 Hong Kong starts so far, but caught the eye last time, Mark?
He did. That was over 1,200 as well, and there he is back in the field. He'll get to the outside and end up being beaten 3.5 lengths, but did find the line really well, Paul, and he'd done plenty of work leading up to this too in the race. He was trapped wide and still runs on.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit closer in the run now from his lower draw, so he'll get his opportunity once again. I've got him in. I think he's going well.
OK, what about Silvery Warrior? This was his debut effort, Paul, at Sha Tin, mind you, so now switching to Happy Valley, and Universal Crown just behind him. Yeah,
so Universal Crown, I think, has had a few chances, but look, it wasn't a bad run from him. Silvery Warrior, he's coming now to Happy Valley for the first time under lights race day conditions, but it was a nice enough debut from him.
He's had 3 trials at Happy Valley prior to that debut at Sha Tin, so you would think he's going to strip fitter for that run too. That's Universal Crown up on his outside with the cheek pieces on for the first time, but wasn't a bad run by Silvery Warrior. Not this week, certainly. He's going to get up some money in the next couple of weeks. OK, all right. But
Stock Legends, 2.2 money back. There was a stack of money late for him last time, Paul. He went off 1.6.
Yeah, I reckon he'll start short again, Stock Legend, but he's quite progressive. He stays in Class 4, so he's on top. Whiskey Neat's consistent. Romantic Trove for third. Now, the one I've got in sort of outside the square there at 17 to 1 is Spontaneous. He's fresh up after a tendon injury, but he's had 3 trials to get him ready for this, and those 3 trials I thought have all been pretty good. So I think he's in his body weight is actually slightly less than when he last raced. So I think he's a pretty fit horse going into this. 1, 2, 8 and 10.
With Stock Legend on top from barrier number 12, it won't be easy, but he looks a very, very smart animal. Joe Moreira rides for Francis Loy. Make Romantic Trove the each-way play. He's about 7 and 2.5 at the moment, so the favourite's not quite having things go his way. I thought that run last time from Romantic Trove he could capitalise. Whiskey Neat's always good for a top 3 finish, apart from winning. And Legend had to do too much at Sha Tin last time, but hadn't been far away in the races prior to that. 1, 8, 2 and 6.
1 and 2 for me, the obvious Quinella as well. But maybe if Whiskey Neat could steal a march at the top of the straight, he might take a bit of pegging back under the apprentice. That's race number 7.